Welcome back to PRI, Prep Recruiting Insider, here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. I'm the coach of PRI, Rick Gailey, along with your Prep Recruiting Insider, Renee Nadeau. And visiting with us today is Coach Frank Daggs of McDonogh 35, someone who I just gave the title of recruiting coordinator. He's been a recruiting coordinator at the high school level these many years, and now we have given him the official title of recruiting coordinator. Coach Daggs, thank you for being here with us today on PRI.
It's a pleasure.
Frank, we go back a ways, and the thing is, you've been coaching football and track, but you kind of keep an eye on things. Recruiting the last few years is a little more challenging for coaches, and you kind of keep an eye on who's talking to the players and how the process is going. Tell us a little bit how that challenge is. What's the challenge?
Well, it's a huge challenge because they have so many guys that interfere with the recruits that you have at your school. Everybody want to train, everybody want to teach them this and teach them that. But the ultimate goal is you got to make sure they have the academics right. So without the academic portion of it, you cannot go anywhere. So we fight hard to make sure that 9th grade and 10th grade, you have to make sure your transcript reads nothing but A's and B's and minimum C's, because of the fact that when it's time to take the ACT, you had to make over at least an 18 or 20 in some cases, because every school can't accept you on NCAA standards. You had to be on their school standards sometimes. So you have to have all that into consideration. Also, the recruiting process has kind of changed a little bit because of the internet age. Because you can look at a kid and people are committing, 2018 or whatever right now. So, you know, that's another portion of it that we try to stay on our kids about, you know, making sure that all their film is tight, all the academics is tight, and once the college coach come in, they don't ask about film anymore. They ask about straight transcript. Let me see this transcript, because if, like I said before, if you're not right on academics, you can't go across the street for school.
And you and I have talked about this, Frank. There's so many, and you mentioned there's so many outside people trying to get a toehold in the recruiting process. Street agents, I call them, and I really, as I said many times before, have a disdain because no one outside the school can do for the kids what the school does. Tell us about what you do specifically that these other people really can't do.
Well, the other street agents can't walk into your school and talk to the instructors and talk to the kid on a daily basis to make sure they attended class on time, did all their work they had to do to turn in, and got the best grade possible, and kind of keep them organized on that aspect of it. Because most of our kids today are not organized enough because of, I guess, this computer age generation. Because I asked a kid the other day about looking up something, you know, doing a research paper. He pulled out a phone and go on Google. I said, I remember going through encyclopedias and sitting down and writing stuff. So, you know, and so a little bit of that, man. The street agents don't know about these kids. You know, they don't know what really goes on a day-to-day basis. Only the coaches know, and the teachers know, and the principal knows what goes on with their kids. That's what I found out, you know, in the last couple of years, what's going on. All they know about is gloves and cleats and come and work out on Saturday mornings or wherever. They don't know about the hard work that goes on Monday through Friday.
And that's something we've talked about from the very beginning here on Prep Recruiting Insider. No one outside the school can do for their athletes what the school can do.
Now, Frank, you've had some multi-sport athletes come out of McDonogh 35, Tom and Gardner, Carlos Henderson, guys who excelled in track and football. As a guy who does both, why is that great? Why does one sport help the other so much?
Football, basketball, and track kind of plays hand in hand. I tell all our football guys to run track or, you know, participate in track, because you can't hide behind a helmet on the track. It's man on man, so it develops pride, self-pride and self-want to do. You want to be the best, you want to be the fastest, so that gets you, you know, training hard, because you don't want to look crazy out there, you know? You want to be the best, you want to stand top 3, your goal is to stand top 3 come May the night in Baton Rouge at the state meet, all right? That's your goal that you're setting right now. So you go all the way through with that. Football the same way. You're getting faster, you're running 400 meters or 300 hurdles or 200s, The football field is only 100 yards. So if you could do that in quick times, guess what? It's simple. You could score an 80-yard touchdown like that. You could score a 50-yard touchdown like that. So that's the point we get them about doing football and track. Basketball, agility and jumping, vertical. Everything is jumping or, trying to shake somebody, get to a layup or something like that, or don't. So everything is hand in hand with the sports at your school. That's why we always do a good job saying, y'all can play what you want. As long as you're doing something, we don't mind. We even have powerlifting at our school. Coach Reese make sure they're there at 6 in the morning, go to powerlifting meet, and you gonna lift weights. You might have a guy 120 pounds, 140 pounds, lifting more than you. I want you to see that. I want you to work that much harder in the weight room when you get back, So that's why we do little things like that.
And the training for football today has changed because with the fast-paced offenses and the defenses having to keep up, you have to train for stamina now because you can't train slow and strong and not fast and endurance.
Every practice needs to be up tempo from now on. Oregon showed you that a couple weeks ago when they played
Ohio State and
Florida State. When they played Florida State. Of course, Oregon was back on the ball, 17 seconds.
Right.
So it's very tough. A lot of high schools are copying that mentality right now, where they know huddle and getting to the ball, and they running the ball. They're not throwing the ball. They running the ball, getting back up, and let's go again. So the O lineman and D lineman stamina has to change. The whole team has to change, really. So the regiment got to get that more complex coming from January through August. It has to.
The last minute or so, Coach, New Orleans is a very fertile area for recruiting. Why is that?
A lot of talent in every school in the city of New Orleans, the metro area, from Metairie to New Orleans to over in the West Bank. They have players everywhere. Every college coach, we go to AFCA or we go to different clinics and stuff, every college coach could come tell you, I'm coming down to New Orleans area, I want this kid, last week, Ty Graham called. I think he called me or came through, whatever it was. He said, Coach, I need Louisiana guys. They helped my team out at Arizona State. I said, hey, I agree, come get them. Everybody out of everybody you talk to, one or two might like you, come get them. Every college always says that, so hey, we welcome everybody.
That's right, and that's why it's so important to have someone like you on campus to be able to coordinate all of the efforts. As you could tell from Coach Daggs, it's more than just here the players are, come get them. There's a lot of planning, a lot of preparation, a lot of information that has to be gathered in not only guiding the young men, but to try to make sure that their talents and abilities and the right school mesh together.
Yes, sir, definitely.
And there's going to be more, there needs to be someone like Coach Daggs in every school to help do that because we've got to keep recruiting off the street. Thank you, Coach Daggs, for being with us today. This is Prep Recruiting Insider, PRI here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. We'll be right back after this.